my name is Hala, and
My name is Venushree.
I'm 20, and you're.
I'm 17.
And we're from Watt University, studying interior design and
Architecture.
The process. Okay, these are your talking points. Oh, okay. So when we first started out this Light.ication project, I had Courtney as our mentor, and she helped us by inspiring us to find inspiration and look for materials, scavenger hunt for materials that are in our university and outside. And we used a lot of those recycled items in our exhibition. We spent a lot of time after school, to think about how we're going to use the materials and experiment with the lighting. And it was really cool because we got amazing effects out of it, and we got lots of support from Huda Lighting and from Roscoe, Traxon, and Iguzini, and quite a few sponsors, as well as our faculty member Junhan at Watt University. So it was a great experience, awesome process and stuff.
We also had this session of think wall, where we had to put our ideas on the wall. So we kind of brainstormed ideas and put them on the wall so we can relate all of them together and come up with what we want to do, what we want to achieve by doing this lighting installation.
Our team members are amazing. We all work very well together, and Courtney is really amazing because she helps us get our own ideas. So she'll push us to think of things ourselves, and so it was really a team effort, and it was amazing. And the mentor was amazing for us. So
Courtney was the inspiration for dedication. She's so dedicated, and that inspired me to look up to her. And my team members, all of them are senior to me by age and experience, so they were all motivating, and that was good.
We learned so much from her. We learned a lot about how lighting works and how it's programmed, because we got help by they helped, we had to take the music and choose what we needed, and then we sat down with them to program the lightings, and it was a huge process, and and the lighting equipment we used, the laser blades, I never knew those kind of things existed before, to create shadows with different colors, and we learned so much.
From Roscoe taught us how RGB lighting works, about how color shows up when you use different stuff and we also learned about the gels, which are really exciting.
The gels are really cool. Our experience working as a team, everyone contributed, everyone helped out. If we asked someone to help us with something, they'd help, and if they asked us, we'd do it. And we just worked really well as a team, and I think that was really important for us to come up with something really amazing.
Team? Sometimes there are challenges when we had as a team, a broader perspective is when we were working with Huda Lighting. We had some disagreements, but then it was actually at the end it was because of them and us working together that the whole thing happened.
You celebrate Holi?
No.
Well, Holi anyways is a festival of coming together and happiness, and I guess our interpretation of Holi is just to be happy and embrace everyone despite who they are. It's just really about coming together, and I think that interpretation of Holi really relates to us in that way. The technical support team, they were amazing. They helped us so much with the tune in the lights with our music, which was amazing. Like we couldn't have done it without their help to, use the because there's so much that went into using the programs, and they worked super hard on that. So the technical support team were like a huge help for us, and we really appreciate all their hard work.
They were also very patient with us. Like
Yeah.
the moment when we said no, we wanted like 2 seconds later.
Yeah, because we kept changing few things, and because what we think is hard for them to interpret sometimes, so we had to like work on that. But they helped out very well, and yeah, they were huge support. Light. In one sentence, if I were to say what light is, it is a journey. That's what I would think light is.
Light, okay.
Light or lighting?
Lighting, okay.
It just creates experiences. It's like
an
emotions, experiences. That's what I believe light is. From this experience, we learned about how lighting is like how you work with people from other like the technical support team, how we work with them, how we work with like the people Courtney has brought to like Roscoe, like some people from there, like how we all just work together as a team. I think we learned about how lighting works, like how lighting is used, how it's manipulated, how you can create like different effects from like things we find to create amazing effects.
Another thing is like how light is a language for emotion, like how you interpret holy like completely with just light. That was interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Try to read the question when I hold
Okay,
it up
perfect.
so the viewers know exactly what's been asked. So let's start.
You start.
Name Yashpreet, age 20. University, Heritage University. Course architectural engineering. Right, read the name. Mentor's name Courtney. Yeah. And
Okay, I'm Anika and I am 20 years old from Heritage University and I'm doing interior design, and the mentor was Courtney Mark. She's amazing, man, I was just saying. Describe the process, Light.ication. Okay, so basically the time we took for the entire process was about like 2 to 3 weeks. We did have a lot of obstacles, such as managing the time first of all, because we had classes going on, we had submission going on, so that was one of the major obstacles we had.
and transportation.
Transportation is another issue because we actually needed to ask people, can you please drop me back home? So that was one of the obstacles. And support from faculty, family members, yes, we did get all the support from the faculty.
Yeah.
And we had our professors, architecture professors, we had engineer professors. They actually came with us, for the support.
And
Family
the
members.
main thing is even the people from Huda Lighting, like all the carpenters or everyone, all the engineers, like this Subhash, his name. These guys were like really helpful. Like we did like water or something, they gave us that. And then anything, everything counts in that. So like they were really helpful. So yeah, shout out to Huda Lighting.
Not just for the lighting, actually, I would say,
For a job, I see.
yes. And also like the CDM plus M, CD plus M. Basically, they were a big support. Courtney was a big support for us
Yeah.
because she gave us the experience. She taught us so many different things. She, made us think about the entire work we were doing. So I think the major credit goes to CDM plus
Yeah.
Courtney Mark. Describe the chemistry between team and mentor. Again, I was just talking
Yeah.
about it. It was amazing. Courtney has been very nice to us, and Courtney was very, very supportive. If we needed anything, Courtney was there. She was always, a phone call away. So if
Yeah,
we
moreover,
had,
it's like a friend to us. She was like a friend
Yeah.
to us. Like ask whatever, like we have any doubts or anything, like she was there for us. Like she's very helpful.
She didn't make us feel, that as if, we are someone who doesn't know anything about lighting. Because to be very honest, we didn't know
Yeah.
about lighting before this. So she didn't make us feel that way. That okay, she's a mentor, so we have to listen to her. But no, she was very nice
Yeah.
with us, with the team. Did you absorb any technical? Okay. Did you absorb any technical knowledge of lighting equipment? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So many different lighting equipments, because during the process we experimented so many things. We experimented with different type of fixtures, different lighting, spotlights, UV lights, fixtures, wall washers, blah 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 blah. So we did experience a lot of things, because we had a lot of other people as well apart from Courtney to visit us from different companies, from Roscoe and all. So they did show us variations of light. So
Like
it
they
was
were
great.
asking like technical questions and everything. So this thing really helped, Like you should obviously know the like knowledge about the product or whatever, because like we can't really explain if we don't know anything. So it was good. Like since we had the knowledge, so we were able to explain to them like this lighting or whatever. So yeah.
How was your experience working
Yes.
as it? It was amazing. It was amazing, because I've been telling this to everyone almost, that I think the entire journey has been amazing because of the team. The team was very nice, cooperative. It wasn't like, no, if you are telling me something, it's not like, no, I don't want to do that. No, you were like very supportive. You were there.
I think it was mainly because we all are like from majority of the people are from third year. So like we share like common courses. Like I'm doing architectural engineering and she's doing interior design. So most of the courses are like somewhat combined. So we kind of like know each other. So that was the best thing. Like since we know everyone and we're in the same year, so it was good. Like so working as a team was fine.
How does your project's interpretation of the Holi festival relate to you personally? Okay, to you personally, yes. So basically, whatever we did was for those people who have never experienced Holi. And I'm from Pakistan, I've never ever experienced Holi, like never. So,
Yes. I don't have it. All right.
so yeah, it's for the people who have never experienced. And personally, I would love to go and play Holi. So this was something which made me interact, which made me experience the entire thing, like virtually. Not the actual experience obviously, but we tried to make it as virtual as possible, as abstract as possible for people who have never experienced it. As for him,
Yeah.
he's been in India.
So yeah, basically we celebrate Holi. So I mean I know about the festival and everything. So I was like sharing my experience with them. So this is what happens, and this and that. So we can use that in the lighting. Like there's sudden pop of colors just out of nowhere. So we can use that in lighting and everything. So yeah, I mean that helped a lot.
How was the experience of working with the technical support team? It was amazing.
Yeah,
The
as I-
technical support we got from the Lufthansa company was amazing. The programmers were amazing. They were very patient with us
Yeah.
because we wanted each single beat to go with the lighting, and even the 3 seconds was making a difference. So I salute to the guy. I salute to Saeed, because he was so patient with us. He was actually listening to what we want, and he was sitting with us until 4 with us.
4 to 5 or something.
4 to
Yeah.
5. We were here at 4 to 5 a.m., not p.m.
Like, just the day
a.m.
before.
Just the day before
Yeah.
the exhibition.
On
So,
16th of October.
yeah, you remember the day.
Yeah, because 17th this started,
Yeah.
so.
So basically, yeah, he was very patient. The entire support team. We had coordinator. What's his name?
Cool. That Pare guy, I don't know,
Yeah.
I just call him Pare. Pare means
But-
friend in Philippines. So like, yeah.
So basically, the entire team support was amazing.
And as I said before, even the Huda lighting, all the people, they're very nice.
very
I mean,
supportive.
yeah.
It
Whatever
was
we tell
the
them,
You
senior-
can say, just please give me a job.
nice.
Just
Okay.
be like, please give me a job. No, but
Internship
like,
maybe?
Yeah, like we're all up for it.
Yeah, we are for it.
We're all
Definitely.
up. Describe lighting in one. It's beautiful. It's
Colorful.
beautiful, and then it's.
Moreover, I would like to add like this one, like for example, I don't know if you guys can see on one hand. If we switch off the light, this is like something very innovative. Just switch
Hit
off
the
the
middle
light.
switch.
I
Wait, wait.
got 10 out of 10. But I can't see my love. Where did the love go?
Never mind.
Wait, I'll do that again for you.
Really, it's only.
Oh,
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ta-da! There's a heart right there.
Yeah, so that's what like this is like something innovative in lighting. Usually we only like familiar with the bulb or tube light or whatever, but this is something nice,
Again, it's about all the experience
Very
of
creative.
different fixtures. We got to know so much about UV lighting. We got to know about all the different materials and how they work with light. So it was an amazing experience.
Answer
What
to the
did you
next
learn?
So,
yeah.
okay, so basically, like whenever like we visit any exhibition or something, whenever we visit the exhibition, we just see the final output. We don't really know the behind the scenes. This was the first time like I experienced something like this, like behind like starting from zero to what we had now. So it was nice, like seeing everything from behind the scenes to the final output. It was a whole different experience.
I think the entire experience of how we put things together, that made us look at the efforts people put for the entire thing, because we have seen people working. Like 2 days we were over here behind the scenes. We were working hard. We know how much of efforts everyone has put in. So I think that makes us appreciate the entire outcome even more, because when people actually come out of the art booth and they when they say that, okay, yeah, this was nice, this was very impressive, that makes us feel proud that, okay, yes, we have done this together, we have put the input, we have the teamwork, we had so many different people from different departments working with us. So I think that makes us very proud, and also it people are appreciating it. So again, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I would like to add something on this. Basically, when people enter a booth and when they come out, so even though they don't say, even though they don't say anything, just the smile answer says everything. So their smile speaks louder than the words, I would say.
Again, the action
Yeah.
speaks louder than the
Yeah.
word, because again, you can actually see what people are feeling. Even inside, people are actually looking at the lights, and we are looking at people. Okay, what is their reaction?
And
Is
then it's
it
so
like
exciting,
successful? Yeah.
about it.
So again, it's been amazing teamwork, team support, and the entire experience working around so many different lighting companies has been amazing for us.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Alright.
Woo!
Okay.
We
Bye-bye.
said internship.
No,
it was a lighting.
Alright.
Bye.
There you go. I'm Sachin. I'm 19 and I'm from Hereford University, Dubai. And my course is civil engineering. My mentor's name is Courtney.
I'm Parvez. I'm 18. I'm also from Light University. I'm studying architectural engineering, and our mentor's name is Courtney.
I'm Apurva. I'm 19 from Light University. I'm doing architectural engineering, and my mentor is Courtney.
I'm Kamni. I'm 23. My university is Hereford. I'm studying interior designing, and my mentor's name is Courtney.
I'm Mohammed. I'm 18. I'm from Hereford University. I'm studying architecture, and my mentor's name is Courtney.
So the question is to describe the process of Light.ication, the time, the obstacles, and the support from the faculty and the family members. So for me personally, it was very nice, because we, coming from an engineering background, we don't get to do much of the designing part. So it was nice to step out of that and get involved in this. We spent, I think, about 3 weeks on it. We met on Sundays and Wednesdays at university. Coming to obstacles, it was probably assembling everything and getting everything together. Probably that was a bit of a tricky thing, because so many people were involved, and we needed the structure made, and we needed electricians, programmers, and all of that. But the faculty, they were very helpful, because they stayed with us, and then they took us to, if we had to go and get materials, they came with us and stuff, which was very nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think more than the process itself, like planning and everything, the interesting part was coming here and assembling everything. So that was when we actually realized that, for example, I'm from interior design, so I am in the creative side of the field. But what happens is that I just get to design on the paper, and when it comes to real life, I realize that there are actually more obstacles. You actually have more difficulties here while assembling everything, and everything is just not exactly the way you had planned it. So the whole experience in itself was great, knowing that coming out of the paper and actually putting it out, all of it here. Faculty and members, everybody was great. I mean, our team was great, and Courtney helped us really, really nicely. In terms of time, I would say that it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time actually.
Yeah, so it's not as easy as it seems. It's very easy
But
to
it's
talk
worth
about
it,
creativity,
yeah.
but yes, of course, the end is actually worth it.
describe the question says to describe the chemistry between the team and the men. So Courtney was really nice and helpful throughout the project from the first day, from getting the material. She helped us a lot to call the people and make sure everything is there, make sure whatever we desire was here. And the
She's
team
very
was
good with coordinating stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because we know that we want this, but we don't know where to get it from or how to get it. So she made sure, she made the plans, and she was ahead of our game, so it was nice, because that inspired us to actually, start doing
Step
our
up
best
and
as well.
do,
Our stuff as well. So
Also, one more thing that I like about her was that she, even though she was our mentor, but she was not acting as a leader herself. So there was a lot of involvement from her,
Yeah,
but
she
from
felt like
us.
she was a part of
So
the
it was
team.
like she herself is a member of the team, and she would facilitate us in that way only, not act like a leader or tell us to do things. She would ask our own opinions, implement that maybe in a better way. But it was a lot about us than about her, which was the best part. So we felt very motivated to do the whole stuff, and we were more energized in the whole process of it, because we knew that this is our work, which was great.
That was really good, but what I liked in the whole thing was she was ready to listen out to our ideas at any point of the time.
Yeah.
Whether it was any one of us, whether whatever thing it was, she was ready to listen to us, know what we are actually thinking. Though the fact our ideas might not be so great or anything, but she would listen to us. The question says, did we absorb any technical knowledge of lighting or equipment? I'm doing civil engineering, but from this whole thing, I gained a lot of knowledge about lighting. How does it work? Basically, how does it affect a person when he enters, and how does the lighting actually puts a mindset? How does it affect a mind? And I really learned a lot about the equipment. It was really nice to know a lot of new equipments. Like, we all know lighting, we know bulbs, everything, but this kind of equipment is something different that you don't really get to see
we know that
every day.
you get like fluctuating lights, but we didn't know that you can program it according to our own music or whatever. So it's nice to know that there are such technologies that are also available. Plus there's diffused, and there's UV light, and really interesting things happen under UV light, which we didn't know. It was very nice to experiment with that to sort of understand.
Yeah, also one more thing was that what I learned was that usually while designing we kind of ignore the fact that how important the lighting itself is. So the effect that it will bring, it will change the whole mood of the place. So that, the theme that we worked on was holy. So it was really interesting to actually, we were very concerned about which light to use and when to use, because that was a very important aspect. So we got to know how important lighting itself is in designing.
How was your experience working as a team? The team, it was surprisingly nice.
Yeah.
Because we didn't think that usually the engineers and the architects never get along together from any of our group projects in uni. So it was really nice to see that we actually didn't have cat fights and stuff.
I think the best part was the team itself, the teamwork. We were together throughout in everything, supporting each other through every phase, I would say.
We were
All the
comfortable
work
with each
process
other,
was
so it
all
was-
together. So that was the best part. We could only pull this off because we were all very united throughout. So I think that was an amazing part.
Yeah, and we listened to each other, which is nice, which is how you work as a team, because everybody's, the design perspectives are also, respected, while the technical aspects are also respected, so that's how, I think it was nice.
And for me, since I don't know much of the people here, and it helped me come out of the comfort zone and make friends with people and collaborate with them. And
So
people
that's the
from
first
other
and third year,
other
so he's a fresher, so.
Yeah, so collaborating with people from other disciplines is a good experience.
Just for this stuff. Question says, how does your project interpretation on the Holi festival relate to you personally?
How does Holi relate to you personally? How you interpret Holi to all of you?
I celebrate Holi, but I've always celebrated it in Pakistan. So maybe I did not not get to do much with it. Not, yeah, well, so it was fun actually representing my own religion and my own festival over here, which I never thought I would be able to do that. So for me personally, I was really excited when I heard the theme itself, and then putting that there with lights was even more fun. So I have to tell people what my festival is, what we do with an entirely different object. So for me, it was interesting, very interesting.
For us, it was because I've played Holi. I played Holi here. I played back in India. So I know how exciting it is. I know how much I like it. So it was nice to it was like Holi all the way. Probably playing it for the second time this year. Which is very nice because I really like the festival. So it was very good.
For me, Holi is always blast of colors. Colors coming from here, colors coming from there. So for me, it was a unique experience to play with lights. To play with light was really good, and the UV light was really amazing.
Personally, Holi is a time where people from all cultures and religions they come and spend time together in such a colorful environment. Personally, as a Muslim, I have taken part in Holi festivals before and in the past, and it was really good. And I've had fun in those festivals.
Question says, how was the experience of working with the technical support team? It was really good, like thumbs up for them, because everyone was so helpful and they understood us and what exactly we wanted. They were helping us. And
Contractors from Huda Lighting.
Yeah, Huda
all the
Lighting was a great
carpenters, the fixture team like who helped us fix it, coordinate and everything. They all like helped us a lot.
Getting along them, we were getting really well along them. We could share a moment with them. It was really a unique experience working with them because you don't really get to know what goes behind the scenes. You don't know how a structure is being built. So
And even when we stayed for the whole night to actually assemble everything, Huda Lighting did stay with us throughout the night. They helped us with everything. They waited for us to get done, and even late at night, or they even had their dinner late because
would
we
invite
wanted.
us, they would
yeah,
want to, have
that
a
was
good
really
night
sweet of them. They would always invite us, that come eat with us. So it was all like we were all together in a team. We need technical support. They were there, and we were just telling them what to do.
Even if translate it into what they actually wanted.
Even if messed up, they would redo it for us again. So that was, I think very helpful for us to understand that if we do not like a thing in a certain way, they would come back and help us and fix it for us. So Huda Light, I would say especially, was great. Describe lighting in one sentence.
Setup.
I think it's something that stimulates the mood, so describes the mood itself of the whole place.
She speaks for everybody.
That's what you do in exams. Okay, last one.
What did you learn from this experience?
Everybody has to answer this. So if it's gonna be a group answer, then I'm not.
No, it's
This is my
everybody.
first time doing something behind the scenes of an exhibition, setting up or a project. So I really enjoyed working with everyone. I learned a lot of different things from my own friends to people who helped us do all this. So it was a very great experience.
For me, I was able to put my knowledge into use. Well, I was able to get up whatever comes in my head. I was able to let Courtney know freely that if this is done like this, it will be really nice. And she really heard me out into a lot of ideas. So I think from this experience, I was able to put all my knowledge into use. That was really a great. It really felt good, to be of some use.
Yeah, we were making him do all the work. So
Yeah.
I still need you both to answer.
Yeah. The experience for me, I would say, I was very excited when I joined it. But after that, the whole thing itself was so great. I mean, I learned so much from this 3-week project that maybe I wouldn't have learned in one entire year, let's say, because firstly I get to put my knowledge, as he said, I get to put my knowledge out there, actually physically see what I know, does it actually work or not. Secondly, I learned teamwork. I think that was the most important thing here, because we are all from different departments and courses, so I learned so much from all of them, and then I was able to put myself in front of them to what I know myself. And also, third important thing was about teamwork, that I learned that I have to actually incorporate all the different disciplines. So me being an interior designer, I can't do everything on my own or just implement my knowledge and that would actually bring out a project. I think that's entirely not true. We all have to sort of play together. Yeah, we are completely dependent on. So I have to respect her course, I have to respect him too for the knowledge that he has, so that whatever I want, he can actually help me in the technical stuff and put it for me. I will bring out my creativity, he will bring out his technical knowledge maybe. So yeah, and as I said, the mentor herself was great. So working out of the comfort zone, staying up late, doing something actually extracurricular out of the courses, and seeing one thing actually come out and be built was the best part, because whatever I would talk throughout, I've talked and talked throughout for design in 3 years, but then seeing it actually happening was, I think, the best part of this whole thing. And I am very happy that I joined this.
Having been taken part in quite a lot of installations like this was actually one of the best experiences I've ever had. Especially that I had to as a group, we had to exhibit our design at World Trade Center. That was a privilege for me. I've learned quite a lot from this experience, and I think that it's gonna help me incorporating lighting design into my architectural design project, because we don't have much of that in architecture, as we focus more on the exteriors and urban spaces and landscapes. So yeah.
So let's start this one. Okay, name Fabiana.
I'm Ali.
Hi. Age, well, I'm turning 21 soon.
21 in the 22nd of October, Sunday.
We are from, it's asking for university, we are from the American University in Dubai. Course,
Interior design.
interior design. And our mentor is
Heba.
Hani. She's wonderful. We love her. Okay, describe the process Light.ication.
The whole project.
Time, obstacles, support from faculty, family, and members.
Where to start from? All right. A lot of work, a lot of effort, I would say, a lot of time, a lot of intentions, a lot of emotions were put into this project. We honestly, I believe, I'm saying from my side and from my group mates, that we honestly put our best, because it was interesting. We honestly had fun, didn't you?
It was really interesting. Like for us, obviously, we are in our third year of studio, and like we're in the middle of our submissions and things, but we still managed to, I hope, produce a good work. And it took a lot of energy, it's true. We had kind of some obstacles in between, but we still managed to do our best. Describe chemistry between team and mentor. Okay, so maybe I can answer this. First of all, our team is amazing. Like seriously, like I would have not wished to work with anyone else. And the relationship with our mentor is also like, it was amazing. Like she's also really young, because she's 24 and she graduated from AUD. And so she really helped us, because she gave us like a young perception of the whole competition. And regarding this guy, he always argues with another of our team member, which is Noor.
Well, just as a joke, it's nothing serious. But overall, I can say as a team, we were very united. You know, we heard each other, we talked about ideas with each other, and then at the end we started creating stuff that all of us like, and it was very fun. I can honestly say there was no misunderstandings, and some complications that people may have. We all had fun. Don't you agree?
No drama.
No
We are
dramas.
drama free. Did you absorb any technical knowledge of lighting equipment? Okay, so we're taking a course now which is based on lighting, and I feel like this whole project, this whole competition helped us, especially like regarding myself, it helped me regarding the dimming of light. So that was really useful, and how we can incorporate light in a design, and how we based on how we dim it, how it can change our perception and the feeling and the emotions that it creates.
For me, I would say technical parts were angles. Angles are very important in lighting. Getting the right angle can change a perception so easily. Just by tilting it a couple of degrees, you can get a different emotion. The same thing that we had, everything had to be well angled, and it had to be perfect in order to get the emotion, in order to get the true natural thing that is wanted from that specific object. So I would say positioning was a very interesting technical knowledge that I gained. Question number?
Might be a repeat, but it's okay.
How was your experience working as a team? Amazing. Amazing.
Honestly, for us, teamwork, it's something that we have to do a lot.
We're designers.
We're interior designers,
Yeah.
And teamwork is something that we really need to do a lot. And understanding each other is really important. And not dissing one another, not saying, oh, that what you just said, it's horrible, I don't accept it. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. Because at the end of the day, we all come from different backgrounds, we come with different mentalities. Don't you agree? You want to add anything?
How does your project interpretation of the Holy Festival relate to your personality?
To you
To you
You
personally. How does it relate to me?
Colors.
I
Do you
mean,
have any experience on it or exposure to Holi?
personally, I always see it around, near my house. There's houses putting decorations and things, but I actually never thought about the whole festival and the reason why they do it. But it's just so nice, the idea that everyone can come together and celebrate this colorful and happy festival. It's really amazing if you think about it.
I was born in UAE. I've been very close to the people who celebrate Holi. I have really close friends who actually do these types of celebrations. I love Holi. I love colors. I love excitement. Colors energize me. This is beautiful. I just enjoy colors. It's something interesting. It excites me. And having the concept of everyone coming together and celebrating it through color is just adds to the whole experience, and it makes everything just even more beautiful. It makes life even more beautiful as it is, I would say. Question number 7.
How was the experience of working with the technical support team? They were wonderful. They helped us so much, and they even stayed till the end with us.
They were patient. They were tired.
Yeah.
They were working with booths and stuff, but they were actually patient. They really got us some good lights. They got us some good fixtures.
Really good help.
And the technical part was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I never controlled the lights with my phone by just clicking. It was interesting.
Describe
number 8.
lighting in one sentence.
Life.
Life. Seriously.
Life.
Life. Everything we see, everything is around us. Without light, there would be nothing.
Without light, we're just entering a dark abyss, which you really can't see anything. It's a very strong word, abyss. Nice.
Very dark.
Question number 9.
What did you
That's the
learn
last one.
from this experience? What did I learn from this experience?
Did you learn?
Well, I think it made me realize a lot of things. First of all, because as a designer, I know probably it's because we're still third year, we're getting into the design part, but it's still kind of new. Personally, I was not aware of all these things that you can do with the lights, and for me it's something new that I've learned throughout this competition. But also I would say the relationship with the people. Like the people I have worked with, really like my relationship with them, like we got closer as a team, and yeah.
So that concludes the interview, and then what I'm gonna do now is basically have you guys take some pictures.
Okay.
If you don't mind just hitting the middle switch for me on that plug. Yeah, that's it. So what I'm gonna do is turn on a light and then take a few glow-in-the-dark photos of you guys.
Perfect.
Okay.
Name, Salah, age 22, American University in Dubai, course interior design, mentor's name Hiba Fahmy.
My name is Noor. I am 19 years old. I am a student at the American University in Dubai, and I'm studying interior design third year. My mentor's name is Hiba. Describe the process, the lighting citation. Well, we first, when we knew about the entire concept, we sat together, we tried coming up with a concept that is both it shows like the power of the theme, which is the Holy Festival, and at the same time how we're going to interpret light. And that's how we came up with the whole idea of the frame of life, which is that all the light when you enter inside our booth is focused on that frame of life. The time it took us in order to do this was like approximately 2 weeks, where we had to go around getting all the products and putting them all together. Of course, we had difficulties at first with like getting the right thing, and like because not everything we got at once portrayed exactly what we wanted it to portray, so we had to change it in order to find the right product. That was like our obstacle. The support was from all our students back in university and from our mentor, obviously. Without her, like nothing would have worked out. And actually, the team itself, all of us 6 were like supporting each other, and we really enjoyed it and like had fun in like all of it.
Right. So for the process, at the beginning it was hard because we were looking for ideas. We wanted, because we have no Indian person in our group, so we were, because basically it's about the colors and light, so we were trying to put the concept into the thing. So we were wondering like what kind of objects we want. Like we by the time we figured we wanted like a frame, aquarium, a lotus flower, but at the beginning we didn't have that. The time, like she said, approximately 2 weeks, and for the obstacle, the lotus flower took us like huge time, and we had like to repeat it and put the lights. And for the sport, our mentor was amazing, and the team members, I love them all, because we have been together for like 2 years. Let's say 2 years. Yeah. So.
And even this competition was actually. We were all like even had a stronger bond in this competition, and we got closer in it.
Yeah.
So we keep telling each other, even if we don't win, this was an amazing, really honestly an amazing experience.
Yeah, really. We had a lot of
a lot.
Especially
Especially that we're dealing with water and ink and cleaning, so it was really an amazing. Describe chemistry.
Amazing.
Amazing.
One word,
like,
amazing.
When we think of her, it's like
she's like our friend.
She's not like just a mentor.
Yeah, she's like our sister.
Yeah,
like she's awesome.
Yeah.
One word.
She's like our best friend, sister, everything. Did you absorb any technical knowledge?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Because in order to have like the focus on the frame like we wanted to, and on the lotus, all those like highlighting the important parts in our like concept, we had to like study different types of lights so that we know which one really like shows, for example, the highlights of how the lotus we wanted to show, or like the frame, we use like strip lights on them to give it that spot for attention, because we want all eyes to be on it. So yeah, we had to study a couple of like lights in order to know which one we're going to use. And our mentor also, since she's a lighting designer, so she also helped in that as well. How was your experience working as a team? It was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
Yeah.
It was a very strong bond. Your project's interpretation of the Holy Festival really.
I love colors and lights. So.
Yes, I
Yeah.
actually, personally, I'm a very positive person, and I love colors. I really do. And so, having this opportunity to play with colors in
yeah.
a way that is like with ink and popping colors, because that's what really life's
It's an
all
explosion.
about. And yeah, it was an amazing experience that we all loved. Really. Yeah, we had like the Huda lighting and those. Where are they from? Which company? Yeah.
There were two people. Like there was a lighting with the design company.
Jessica and Adi.
Yeah. And with the lighting,
they were
really
amazing.
helpful.
They helped
They
us.
were really
They helped us install the lights they told us like the advantages of each one, which one enhances our concept more, because they obviously have more experience than us, and that they were really very strong.
Yeah, like at the beginning we had a different spotlight on the frame, but then thanks to them we changed it to a spotlight that kind of like plays with the dimensions, because like we wanted like at the beginning the spotlight was too much into the frame, and it was like even replacing with the dim we couldn't focus it light. But with the lighting they got, we could play with the dim, we could play with the where exactly it's focused on. So they were really helpful. Yeah.
Describe lighting in one sentence.
Amazing. I'm definitely going to be a lighting designer when I get.
It's spontaneous.
Honestly,
lighting.
I think this is one thing I like about being in interior design. Like, this is the first time I'm being here. Wow, okay, lighting is amazing. I'm going to be a lighting designer.
Lighting for me is spontaneous, literally, like, because wherever you go, it's the main sparkle of the atmosphere you're in. It gives a definition, a meaning, and it really, really like lights up the entire space. What did you learn from this experience? I learned everything. Everything. Like
that
whether
has
it's
to do with
about
light.
whether it's about light, whether it's about colors, whether it's about bonds between teamwork and like everything. How to just enjoy what you're doing and just not focus on whether it's a competition or anything.
Yeah.
I learned also about lights, because we had to interpret
Like
lights.
especially when you know each and every member of the team, like you already know them. Like you won't need the time to be like, okay, you know what, I hate this person or I like this person. Like you already love them. So just working with them was like working like every day. So it was like working with my family and friends. So it was like very easy and simple.
So there's a lot of things we learned, like other than the technical part and the we have to win part. We also learned how teamwork, especially with
how to
friends.
have fun, basically.
Yeah, how to have fun.
What I'm gonna ask you guys to do now is hit the middle switch, and then I'll take a few photos just to have some fun. And I'm gonna just pause this now.
What's your name, age, university, course, and your mentor's name?
Okay, my name is Maria. I'm 20, and I go to American University in Dubai doing interior design, and I'm a junior. And our mentors' names are Louise, Chetna, and Harshita.
Hi, my name is Tahira. I'm 19. I go to American University in Dubai. I'm also doing interior like Maria. And our mentors' name are Chetna, Harshita, and Louise.
Hi guys, my name is Tanisha and I'm 18 and I go to American University in Dubai and I'm doing interior design as well. And our mentor's name is Harshita, Louise, and Chetna.
Hi, my name is Zahra. I'm 20 and go to American University in Dubai. I'm also doing interior design, and our mentors' names are Chetna, Louise, and Harshita.
Describe the process Light.ication the time you took, the obstacles you faced, the support from your faculty and the family members that you received?
I think Light.ication as a experience was realistic. Usually in university we just like make projects that are just imaginary, like we think this would happen, but with Light.ication we could do the whole process of like the theory, the practical and the execution, which was very new. And we also had a budget. Usually in interior design we never have a budget, so we can get whatever we want, but this time we had to like stick to everything, so it was something new and something very real.
And like we got more exposure to the actual industrial world. So it was.
And also the process, we had to do a lot of tests, a lot of mock-ups to actually get like what we wanted to do right. And even when we had to install it, like we thought it would just take like 2 hours. We just had to staple the poster on the wall and had the 3 light fixtures, but actually it took 2 days. And it was really complicated.
Even finding the right things was not easy. We thought that we would get this from this shop and anything. But when we got our budget, we came to know that it's so expensive. Like it goes over our budget and everything. So we had to stay in our boundaries. It was very difficult for us. So describe your chemistry between the team and the mentor.
I feel like our chemistry was really nice. Like we were more like, instead of like a mentor and student thing, we were more like it was very like relaxed. We can talk to them about anything we want. We had like lunch and dinner together all the time. We also like worked on Fridays, which was really nice of them, and we really enjoyed working with them. And we would like to keep in touch with them in the future as well.
Did you absorb any technical knowledge of lighting and equipment?
Yeah, we did. Like when we were, like we had to not program it, but we had to know the lighting controls. So when we like,
so when we were doing mock-ups and everything, they taught us like the controls and how the light actually works and which wavelengths are absorbed. Actually the physics and everything behind light. So we had to study everything.
And we learned also about the programs they use. Like we used the DMX for the first time. Like we didn't know how the lightings they change and stuff. Like we just thought it was a button. But this time, like we have sequences, we have scenes, there's speed, brightness, and like all these things connected together, which was like new to learn.
We even learned how to program them a bit. Like on the day of installation, the lighting guy, he taught us how to program the thing. So, how was the experience working as a team? Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, we knew each other from before. Like me, Maria, and two of my other members who aren't here, we're in the same year, so we know each other, and like we got to know, like we knew Tahir and Tanisha as well, like they knew us, but we never worked together. But it was really nice. It was really
like
fun
we connected
working.
really well because
we were friends
from before.
Yeah.
Like some of the other person was connected to someone from before. So I think because of that we kind of like just gelled in really quick.
And we really bonded together. Like we were annoyed. We got annoyed at each other. We laughed at that after a while. We had fun. We sang songs the most stupidest times, but it was so fun.
And in a way, I think when it comes to the concept as well, our thinking process was similar. So it didn't take us too long. Like there were not two completely different concepts. So we kind of like merged it really well.
There were no fights between us.
Yeah.
We all just agreed. So how does your project's interpretation of the Holi festival relate to your personally?
Like I think for all of us, like basically we don't like our concept was basically unity and everybody coming together without any barriers, and I think we all have that in mind. Like even though like most of us were Indians, but we are from different parts of India, like we come together, we don't discriminate because of that, and like I feel that that's most important, like unity. Even in our work, like we work together as a team. There were no fights or anything. We all contributed equally, and that's what that reflects our team and our personalities together.
How was the experience of working with the technical support team? It was good.
Yeah, they actually explained it to us in in a lot of detail, and we got to learn a lot of technical terms and basically the know-how of how the technology works.
They made it really simple for us that we could understand, because like we are not there at that level to understand every technical terms. They made it kind of simple for us. They showed us how it works and everything. Describe lighting in one sentence. Colors.
The ambition of
It's basically illuminating something that's dark, I guess.
Yeah.
What did you learn from this experience?
And the practice, like the real life is very, very hard. Like when you actually get doing something which is real, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's
you go through
easier
many
said than done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me draw a mustache.
Come on, draw mustache for you.
No, falling down. Are you serious?
Okay.
It's recording, right?
Yep.
So let's start.
Okay, so my name is Madhura, and
my name is Mohammad Ashif.
I'm 20 years old.
And I'm 21.
We're from Manipal University, both of us, and I'm doing the architecture course.
And I'm doing interior designing. We both are third years.
And our mentor is Nathan sir. Nathan sir. Okay, describe the process Light.ication.
So, okay, from the sentence itself, when it's Light.ication, we came to know it's like there should be an educational aspect to the design that we're going to do. So, initially, like last year, our senior did the same competition. So we asked before like coming with our plan, we did have a conversation with them. So they said like anything that we're going to design should have a meaning to it, should send a message from our part. So the initial stuff that we had, like our group came together, then we thought we had a theme and we wanted a concept that's so powerful but not yet given much concentration to. So that's why we came up, that's the reason why we took an act of enlightenment as our concept for the people in the society who are not given much consideration to. Those are like the depressed people, the one with low self-esteem, the ones who cage themselves, the ones who just cage themselves and not letting sharing anything out. And okay, the time we had was like we got 2 weeks, 2 complete weeks, and actually 2 days for the installation. So we had actually 4 meetings with our mentor and with the programmers. So the initial meeting was just with the mentor, and we discussed. We had a brainstorming section. We did our initial concept, that we had 2 concepts, and we discussed the one. So the one with the major message, the one with the major post, we took it as our concept, and we started to continue with it. So we had a different set of ideas. We had a lot of ideas, but the thing is that the 3x3 meter, that was one of the biggest obstacle we had, and the budget. The budget was 1,500. So we had to use the amount, but not completely. We said we made 1,500 we have, so we just wanted to use 1,500. We'll keep it. So what we wanted was to have a light installation in our project with a concept so powerful, but yet each installation can be used in in a different typology of building. For example, residential, let it be museums, hospitals, commercial stores, and everything. So that was our the main what was it? What I'm not getting. The main reason why we came with those simple but powerful lighting fixtures.
Describe chemistry between team and mentor.
We had a really nice mentor. All throughout our meetings, it was really good. Like he gave us his valuable comments and like his opinions and everything, and he kind of lured us into going into the right path. Like he told us like the pros and cons of each idea that we got. So that was very good, and he was supportive of us all throughout. And like he didn't actually say that this wouldn't work out, this wouldn't work out. He kept telling us that but it will, and like if all we needed was like to be together and like just visualize it and it might
Ask
come
us
true.
to come up with more creative ideas rather than restricting ourselves, thinking about if it can be done or not. He first asked us to go through the ideas. And he said anything is possible. First think of the idea, then we'll discuss on how to do it. Do you absorb any technical knowledge of lighting equipment? Yes, a lot actually, regarding the availability of the lighting materials such as the LED strips and the use of the LED backlights which we have done for the clouds and the programming of it. We didn't know about the programming type, how it was done with the software and everything, but we had a good insight on that.
How was your experience working as a team? It was wonderful actually. Our group had about 3 architects, like architecture students, and 3 from interior design. So we were put together and to work, and that was like a very different experience which we haven't done. Like all throughout, I have been working with my classmates who are architects. So it was a really nice thing, and we got to know how they think as interior designers and how we had to think in the practicality way. So it was very nice actually. It was nice as to how 6 people with different opinions could come onto one, and we settled onto one, and we put up a really good experience. It was a very nice experience on the whole. So,
How does the project interpretation of the Holi festival relate to you personally?
okay, our Holi, basically, the way we interpreted it was like Holi is marks the beginning of the spring season, and plus it's also like the transition from the bad to the good state. And in almost everyone at one point in their life would have been like at their very low point, and all they needed was like a very small bit of motivation from within themselves or like from anyone outside to motivate them. So we interpreted like that is the transition that we would like to visualize, show in this experience as to how they could transform themselves and like reach their limits and their goals and everything. And the way we used the colors as well, we used monochromatic colors for the initial progressive stages, and we used the RGB colors for the final stage, which shows his physical and mental strength. So that's
And the other thing was, so far we had been interpreting Holi as a festival we use powders and waters. So this could be an experience showing we could play Holi with light.
there is more to Holi than just colors.
Yeah. How was the experience of working with the technical support team? Yeah, it's extremely good. As I said, we learned a lot of technical details from the softwares, the lighting fixtures and everything, and plus we got to know about the materials that are available, how to use them, and
Their installations.
yeah, the installation process. It was quite hard yet very interesting to do.
Describe lighting in one sentence. It gives life. It's just like emotions.
It brings out the
Mirroring-
character of the building. Looks of the character of the building on the design.
Mirroring the emotions. Yeah.
What did you learn from this experience? You go first.
We learned a lot. Like I haven't had an experience to work with professionals in the field, and all throughout it's just us putting down our idea onto paper. But we got to right now see our project come up on like in
Transition
real life.
from paper to 1:1 scale
In real life.
in real life.
How with the small problems which we would not even think of what might has come up, and like how to tackle with the issues, the various constraints that
And
limited
plus
us.
during this process of when people used to come and visit us in our stall, we had them giving their opinion, and they shared their experience which related to our concept as well, so they could relate a lot to what we were saying.
How to deal with people and experience and like talk to people, interact.